What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Overboy and I'm going to be doing my review for the 1983 movie Cujo. This is for my day 11 of 31 Days of Horror. I was originally planning on doing Creepshow because James Moss had requested it, and I am still going to do that movie whenever I get it. I recently ordered a new copy of it on eBay in a 2-pack with the Creepshow 2, so I'll be reviewing both of those movies at some point. It might be sometime in November. If it's not in November, then December or January at the latest. I'm planning on trying to review them pretty quickly once I get them. I've been really wanting to see Creepshow 2. I've never seen that one yet, and I really want to revisit the first one. So those reviews are still happening and everything, but since I couldn't do Creepshow, I decided to do another Stephen King movie that I've wanted to review for a long time. This movie follows a mom and her son who are trapped in this car, and everything. Their car breaks down. They're going to this friend's house to have them try to work on the car, and it breaks down at their house, and no one's home and everything, and their dog Cujo has rabies and everything, so they're stuck in the car and everything, and Cujo keeps trying to attack, and every time you think that she's gonna get a chance to break out of the car and run into the house and stuff, Cujo just appears and attacks her and everything. It's a kind of a repetitive movie, like it repeats that a little bit over and over, which, I mean, I guess there's not much else they could do with the premise of it, but and Cujo has always been one of my favorite Stephen King books. I've always loved the book and everything, because I love how, even though he follows the human characters in there's times where he writes in the dog's point of view, which I think is just absolutely brilliant and stuff. This is one of those books he made when he was I think he was really bad at drinking, and he might have been doing drugs too at the time, after his big car wreck and stuff, and he don't really even remember writing Cujo. But I've always loved the book. In the movie, I've kind of had a mixed relationship with. The very first time I saw it, I was extremely disappointed and didn't like it. I watched it a few years later and ended up loving it, and I hadn't seen it since then. And this time, I just feel mixed on it. And I don't love it or hate it. I think it's just alright. On rewatch, I think it's an okay movie. There are some good things about it, like the cinematography is really good and everything, and the cast is pretty good. Dee Wallace especially. I think she's really good as Donna Trenton, and Danny Pentatoro, or however you say his name, who played Tad. He was pretty good, even though Tad does kind of get on my nerves a little bit in the movie with his screaming and stuff. It's realistic and stuff, because like a kid would be freaking out if a dog with rabies was trying to attack them and stuff, but it got on my nerves, and I was like, yeah, I can completely see why Cujo would be wanting to go after them. It's scary, or it's annoying enough when you don't have rabies. So I get like Cujo couldn't help it and stuff, but a lot of this stuff that was in the book, that like falling from Cujo's perspective, can't be translated into movie very well and everything, unless maybe they were to do it Homeward Bound style, where you could hear the dog's thoughts and stuff, or make the dog talk, which hopefully they'd never do that. But I think that the movie turned out to be pretty just okay. I don't think it's terrible or great. It has kind of a slow pace and stuff. Like the first two acts of the movie, or whatever, leading up to when they get stranded and stuff, it's kind of slow and everything. The story between Tad's mom and stuff and her cheating on his dad and everything, it's kind of annoying and dumb. I didn't really, that was one of the parts of the book that I wasn't really as interested in either, and everything. In the movie, it just drags on. It had some good moments, though, like when I think it's Brett Camber, the boy, is looking for Cujo, and it's like all foggy and stuff. The cinematography in that scene is just awesome. I love the atmosphere of that scene when we see Cujo for the first time, starting to go into the madness and stuff from the rabies and everything. Great scene and everything. It has some cool scenes of him killing people stuff, but pretty much after you see the first one, they all look the same, just with different people, him attacking different people. So it's not anything special, but it's kind of cool, I guess. But I think the movie is alright. It has a big following. I know a lot of people love it and everything, but this is actually one of the Stephen King movies. I said for a long time that I never wanted a remake of Cujo, but rewatching it and stuff, I'd kind of be interested in it if they do it right and everything. I think they should definitely keep real dogs in it, though, and not use CGI dogs, but I kind of would be interested to see what they would do with updated version of Cujo and stuff. I kind of wouldn't mind a remake on it, because even though this movie is still really good and it's aged pretty well for the most part, I still think that there could be a better story, and plus the ending of the movie is way different than the book. Well, not a lot different, but one big main thing, and if you've read the book and seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about with this stuff. It involves Tad and everything. I don't want to say it so I don't spoil the book if you haven't read the book or anything, but there's a big change and everything, and I personally like the book's ending more. It was more realistic and everything. They gave the movie that bullcrap Hollywood ending where nothing bad ever happens to kids and stuff. I didn't like it. I personally think that they should have stuck with the book's ending, but I'm guessing, especially back then, people wouldn't have liked it. I mean, I don't think people would have liked it nowadays either, but that's one of the biggest issues I have with it. And also, I was really hyped for this movie, because even before I had read the book and stuff, I had seen the cover and heard that it was about a dog that had rabies and stuff. And when I was a kid, for some reason I was petrified of rabies and everything. I was always scared like that was going to be something that I could easily catch and stuff. I think part of it is because of Old Yeller. I watched that movie all the time as a kid, and it made me paranoid about every time I would see a dog on the street and stuff. I was worried that it was going to have rabies and stuff. But the idea of it really scared me, and when I saw Jaws and stuff, and I had heard that about Cujo, because my uncle had a big book, a Stephen King book collection. I think he had all of his books at that point, and I saw the cover and heard that it was about a dog with rabies, so I really wanted to see it, and it took me quite a few years to finally get to see it. And when I finally did, I was just really disappointed in it, and then I rewatched it and loved it and everything, and now I've rewatched it. I think it's a decent movie. It's worth watching every now and then, but personally it's not one of my most favorites and everything. I don't like it near as much as I did the last time. Maybe next time I watch it, I'll love it even more. It's one of those that seems to be going in that direction. It's one of those that if I'm in the right mood, I can really enjoy it. If I'm not, then I don't. But I think it's a fine movie. It wasn't near as scary either. I think that was a huge part of why I didn't like it as much as I did. Or I was so disappointed, as I felt like it wasn't really scary and everything. Like the DVD cover that I have is this cover. And I think he looks terrifying on there, I'm not gonna lie. And when I borrowed this movie from a friend, it had the same art cover, and I was absolutely in shock on it, like this is going to be a terrifying movie, and you don't really ever see Cujo actually look like that in the movie. But all in all, I think Cujo is a decent movie, and everything, but it's definitely not one of my most favorite Stephen King's. I don't know that I'd have it in a top 10 favorite of his, and if I did, it'd be in the lower part. But to be honest, I've only seen I've seen a lot of his movies, but not near as much as I would like to yet. But I do like all the ones I've seen, and this one definitely isn't one of my most favorites, but it's definitely not a terrible movie either. It's just one of the ones that's okay. There's not very many Stephen King's movies that I think are truly terrible and everything. This might be one of my lesser favorites, but I still can watch it and enjoy it from time to time and everything. So I'd say I'd give Cujo a 7 out of 10. It's a decent movie, not a super great one, but it's fun at times, and if I'm in the right mood, I can enjoy it and stuff. But let me know in the comments what you think of Cujo, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And sorry about Creepshow. I was really looking forward to it, and like I said, if I get it here pretty soon, I might just go ahead and watch it and review it on one of the days and stuff, and have it premiere in the morning like I do sometimes. Instead of being part of the 31 Days of Horror, will just be one that I review and everything. And tomorrow I'm going to be reviewing Alice, Sweet Alice, which is a movie that I've been wanting to see for a really long time. Everyone's been telling me about it and telling me that I need to see it. I picked up a VHS copy at HorrorCon, so I'm really looking forward to finally watching the movie. I hope that this VHS copy works good. If not, hopefully I can find it on a streaming service. If not, then I might have to find something else. But I'm pretty sure this one will work, because the tape's in really good condition. So, but yeah. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of Cujo, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.